Do I look like her? No, because I am not mermaid, and this is video about mermaid. Hi everyone, so this is my late mermaid video with my small contribution. I wanted to make a short video of my mermaid challenge contribution to such a grand talent pool who made to complete it during May this year. This is 2019. If you're watching, and I realized I was bored with just sitting and drinking coffee to catch a breath out of my shared studio space, and started taking my big pencil case with me along with my tone paper sketchbook. And it turned out to make me really refreshed after that, and I felt happy beyond all reason because the result wasn't so impressive. Yet it was interesting. So here is what I have. I'll show you. This was in a coffee shop while waiting for my friend to meet, and she was a little bit late. So I found why I would make Mermay, whose name is Flora, and she's inspired by plants, because she is obviously living in the water, but I wanted to use some kind of opposites and put them all together. So she has all kinds of leaves, and she also looks like a sea creature as well. She has a wonderful face, which I enjoy making, because she has some very few buns and pearls, and and her hands, her arms are also not really human. She developed her arms. Her species has arms like leaves as well, so I was a little bit extreme. And she's kind of dreamy because I found them as a very imaginative character, so I wanted to add something with her expression. Now, this is the first one, and I think I started around, I don't know, like 20th of May, because I was so inspired by some of YouTubers which I really love, like Dina Norlund, and I found lots of them on Instagram doing their own contribution, and really I saw they are really enjoying. So yeah, why not? The second one, this was the second one, was kind of a combination of a butterfly, seahorse, and colibri bird. So she looks kind of crazy. She has the same same feature, and that is no arms but wings this time, no leaves. And she has also some crazy extensions here, but it's not a tail. It's like helping her moving through the water. Maybe she's just flying in the air, I don't know. And this was like a detail as a hat. I didn't want to reveal her hair. I wanted to make something that looks like a beak, but still to be too long, and her to be a little bit more sentimental or melancholic. That's probably how I felt that day or something. And here is the tail, which is kind of unusual, but I wanted to do this very, very obvious shape for her downer part of her body, and then I just made some kind of spiral here and finished, and it reminds me of a seahorse. And here I'm kind of inspired by Papageno opera, because I love Papageno and Papagena. Maybe that's it. And at the end I added some accents with a white marker, because I don't know why, it wasn't necessary, but I felt it that way. Okay, so this was all done with Prismacolor wooden pencils. I'll show you later. And this is the third one. This is while waiting, also one of my great, wonderful friends from a church choir. Her name is Irina. Thank you, Irina, for the inspiration that day. I felt so serene and so calm, and I don't know, this is just I think these portraits are just portraying how I feel, because I'm not this beautiful. I found this girl beautiful and charming, but yet also again a face that is dreamy and with crazy imagination, which could be kind of me. I hope so. I can call myself that. And then I added some Aquaman inspired tattoos because I love Aquaman movies. And yeah, it's absolutely crazy. I went crazy with the tail. I didn't want to constrain myself and make straight form like with the other one, and like obvious tail like I did first. I just wanted to change how I think and how I approach the mermaid challenge. So I did some kind of abstract, kind of half transparent tail, which reminds me of my old drawings, but never mind, another time. So the next one is male breakfast. And I was alone. I was very inspired and sitting in my favorite place in Scalaria and historic downtown. It's very inspiring. On the other hand, there is nothing similar to this around that I could redraw, but this is inspired by Serbian and Slavic folklore in general, and this is Dodola. I found that mermaids are, as they are living in water originally by the story, right? Or swamps or lakes. These girls, Dodolas, if you don't know from Slavic mythology, they were just, it was a legend and it was a tradition that girls are praying to the gods of rain and singing their Dodolic song to call for rain because it was a big heat or something. And this is just me adding some elements because they're always wearing grasses in their hair, and I just added a lot of that kind of details and leaves again, but around her, not as her brow or something. And I did a really abstract down the part of her body, I don't know why, and then the very thin part until her tail, and then leaves again and flowers and all that. So yeah, why not? And I kind of tortured myself with the face. I don't know what it is, but I ended up not being too unsatisfied. I think I just overworked it, and it was much fresher while I was doing it. Not in this final version, but never mind. Yeah, so almost done. This is like the, let's say, the evil one. This looks kind of evil to me, or like, I gotcha, I see what you think. So she's kind of a witch, and she doesn't have typical body for a siren. She's just like Dumbo octopus or some kind of calamari, or she also has very nice shoulder details which are matching her, let's say, dress, but a sea kind of dress that to me she looks like a ghost or kind of Ursula or something like that, but she has red hair, which is my favorite kind of illustrations. I don't know, still I don't know why. And I messed up with this hand with a very sharp, thick ink lines instead of going very slowly and gently. Probably I lost my patience at the end. I don't know, but still there are some nice details here, like a belt and belly area, and the way I tried to not use the right attitude and right measurements and proportions and going, you know, the easy way, but just doing her head very big and her hips not so big and her chest were not obviously big. So just accenting her hair with pearls and like it can be water bubbles, never mind. So that's almost the end, but this is the last one. Let me take it. So this is the last one I did, and I think when I was really inspired by doing, actually I think this one, I wanted to continue to develop something with the head and the hair. And I started this sketch, but I was very unfortunate because she looked pretty nasty to me. And usually I don't like drawing nasty, although I'm capable of though. And I stopped. But she looked much more nasty than this. And in the end, I just said, okay, she's a narcissist. Let's say she thinks she's the most beautiful creature in the entire universe. And I added the feathers. I'm not really satisfied with the upper part, but the general, like colliding these upper parts with her head and ear section part, and the general expression on her face at the end is not too bad. And she's like looking at the camera, so she's obviously a narcissist. And I wanted to do arms, but I left them as a silhouette, if you can see here, very brightly. Let's see. So here they're very bright because they were disturbing my composition. I just felt she doesn't even need to move arms to swim, so I just put them away and not so important, so her face could pop up. So yeah, that's basically it. I wanted also to recommend I wanted to tell you, so however warrior you're feeling at the moment, that very day of Mermay or any other challenge, I recommend, again, my modest personal advice would be just scribble, try, relax. It's your personal thing, it's not a commission, and enjoy the process and find something as a result at the very end. And it is just easy to get rid of the drawing or not appreciate it, not showing it to anyone, but having routine like that is invaluable to, to sit and do something every morning for yourself. So just by pushing yourself to do that and put it in your working routine is way more invaluable than the results that you have the same day when you're like satisfied or not. And it is easy, it's easy to give up. So the hard part is obviously the consistency, which I found is most difficult for me and many other people I spoke with who are into doing any kind of art challenges like Inktober, November, Mermay, whatever it is. There's also some challenge about robots and rabbits, but I don't know if it's connected to the particular month during the year. I'm not sure. So yeah, anyway, what I have left to show you is what I used to make those effects. So let me zoom out. So this is my huge ugly pencil case, but it fits everything, like huge amount of things inside. So there are brush pens. I mentioned in my previous videos my absolute favorite Kuretake Zig graphic twin. There is thing I didn't mention, there is this nib, like a regular writing nib for some smaller effects, and then there is, I put a lot of this into wooden pencils or like during the process. There is also a Tombow version which has, for me, less of a quality brush pen nib. And here again, this is like typical. Okay, and let's see what else I used. It's generally, there is thing I bought in Berlin. It also, I'm always discovering some new brush pens if I can while I'm traveling. So this is like two tones, lighter and darker for every color, and I think there were 15 inside. And there are all kinds of like gray and black, which I would find much more helpful if there were more of these with different tones of gray, but never mind. I think this is what China makes, and then all of the brands are putting their name and they sell like it's a different product. But I've seen many kind of like this, and I bought them in graffiti shop in Berlin. Okay, so that's pretty much it. Oh, then I use my, this is Prismacolor Premier, 24 pieces, and so far I really love it. Obviously the white is mostly exhausted the most, but the colors are lovely. Personally, I use this one. I love the pink one and the yellow one. I love all the colors, but since I don't use much dark colors on my illustrations, and I'm always stuck with overdrawing everything, I just try to get away from darker colors, at least for the beginning. And in the end, I used to be satisfied with lighter versions, so I don't really put dark in it on the drawings, as you can see. Or many like effects that I achieve with darker things, they're just mid-tone, or using these brush pens over wooden pencils, or opposite. I just do everything. Yeah, so this was the most vibrant piece, definitely. And yeah, that's what I wanted. I wanted you to see my mermaid. It was hanged on the wall just for fun after May finished. And I kind of, the more I looked at them, I realized, come on, there must be something interesting about filming this. And I hesitated for a long time, but here it is. I'm not ashamed to, you know, show that I like less than 30 drawings, because the challenge is 30 days. I'm so glad that I participated while I'm resting from my commission work, and I really enjoyed it. So yeah, okay, that will be it for this time. If you want me to make a presentation and how I do with something like this on this very paper, I think I have a few more of these. Please let me down in the comments below, and if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. If I just want to know if I'm doing things right, if at all. And yeah, if you want to continue this journey with me, with illustrations and travel and vlogging, just subscribe. That would be wonderful. Yeah, also I will be doing lots of hands-on and inking, painting, watercoloring, designing stickers, designing my merch. So I would love to share all the advice with you, so please ask. Okay, so yeah, thanks for watching, and see you soon again. Bye bye.